Mike Leach, in his 6 years, led the Red Raiders to 48 wins, which ties the most over a 6-year run in Texas Tech school history. And they will get the football against the Crimson Tide defense. We are underway at the AT&T Cotton Bowl. This is Danny Amendola from the 1 and hammered down at the 12-yard line. 6 times this Texas Tech offense has started a game with a touchdown drive. Quick throw to Amendola, and he's out to the 17-yard line.
Just take your pick, throw it to the open guy. Mike Leach's theory.
2nd down and 3, and Hodges will tuck it underneath and slides his way to a first down out to the 25. Hodges following Cliff Kingsbury, B.J. Simmons, and Sonny Cumbie is the quarterback at Texas Tech. It's become quarterback U. Throw to the far side, and the catch is made by Joel Falani. 3 receivers to the top of your screen, and Hodges looking around, and he's going to hang on to it. Crosses the 40, the 45, and close to midfield. And then a late hit comes in on Alabama, and look at the swarm. Brooks going to let it fall, and then it checks up and down at the 16. There is Kenneth Darby, who's put together back-to-back 1,000-yard rushing seasons and a gain of 9 on the first play. They are without DJ Hall, their leading receiver, who may not even play in the game. Mike Shula would not say. Quick throw the other way. And this is Keith Brown, the sophomore, and he will go the distance. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Hodges rolling right, being chased. Still on his feet. Dodged a tackle from Ryans and then has a wide open Falani out to the 41. First down, Texas Tech. Play fake. Throw across the middle to a wide open receiver. And that's Robert Johnson, their leading receiver. 3rd and 10. And Hodges again will keep it. And he is chopped down at the 35 by Ryans. Call it 4th and a yard. Hodges again flushed out of the pocket, and down he goes in the 45. Wallace Gilberry. From the 10. Spins his way for a couple of yards.
And the players believe it, and they prepare well.
3rd down and 10. And the open receiver on the far side is Falani, and he has a first down out to the 35-yard line. You know, a lot of people, they look at him, they hear him talk. He's a very funny guy, and they think he's a little on the goofy side. He's a sharp guy with one heck of a running back in Torian Henderson. All the way to the 40-yard line. Again, the jump ball. Did he come down and bounce? And yes, the catch is made by Robert Johnson down to the 17.
You know, when you sit for a while, there's an advantage to that. You want to be playing.
And there's Henderson. Shoved out of bounds at the 5-yard line by D'Amico Ryan. So they're starting to crank it up a little bit on this drive. Hammered all the way back at the 18 by D'Amico Ryan.
Oh.
And again, it looked like a false start for Tech. Sophomore Alex Trelica for a 39-yard try, a season-long 47.
Gone.
And this one is pushed wide right. And a flag has come down onto the field, so hang on a minute.
Offside. Defense. 5-yard penalty. 4th down will be repeated.
So now you move him up to the 24, so a 34-yard try for Trelica. gets it through. So the mistake made by Alabama starting too soon gives the Red Raiders a second chance, and they cash in.
It's great to get a big play like they got on Keith Brown to start the game, but they need to control that ball and control that clock.
Kenneth Darby across the 25, very close to a first down.
Hand off to Jimmy Johns. Still on his feet across the 30, out to the 33-yard line. Pretty good first down pickup for Johns.
He was hired, of course, after Dennis Franchione left for A&M. Third down. And the keeper by Coyle will hold the chains.
7-3 as we begin the second quarter with Alabama in front on a 3rd and 5. Coyle throws to the near side. It's Keith Brown who had the game's only touchdown. And it's good enough for a first down to the 44. Castile in motion. A first down give is to Darby. And he's down to the 35-yard line. Ran over Khalid Naziruddin, the senior out of Spring, Texas.
And get first downs and keep Tech's offense off the field.
On the ground again, it's Darby. Slips a couple of tackles, and then Slade chops him down at the 30. But again, they'll move the chains.
No question about it, Chris. As you said, you know, playing the position, you better get the ball from that center every time on the money.
Darby trying to break it to the outside, stays on his feet. Naziruddin was right there with him to the 24. A big third down upcoming for the Tide.
Christensen had game-winning field goals in back-to-back games earlier this season, but you see he's missed 7 of his 21 tries. His long 43, this from 39. And he pushes it wide right.
And so they just widen you across the front, which creates some running lanes and creates some air, throwing and running lanes.
Amendola close to the first down, needed to get it to the 32.
But when you do that, there is air in those splits, and those linebackers and those linemen can run through it.
Hodges on the keeper. They're coming to get it. And almost did. Returnable for Brooks. And he dropped it. And was able to cover it up at the 41-yard line. The AT&T Cotton Bowl here on Fox. And breaking a tackle is Darby. And is able to carry out to the 46-yard line.
But he's done a good job of keeping track of this Alabama offense, although they're getting knocked off the ball a little bit with the running game.
Hand off on third down, and Castile picks up the first down, crossing midfield down to the 46-yard line. They show blitz and drop back into coverage. Coyle's throw is low, caught by Matt Caddell at the 40, but it'll bring up fourth down and 4.
You're sitting on that sideline, you're trying to make that decision, going through Mike's head. Should I go for it or not? But I think this is the right decision here.
Well, during your tenure at UCLA, you won 8 straight bowl games. So, did this one get down to the goal line? Or is it down inside the 1? It is. That's on the 1-inch line.
Alabama's coming after that safety, I promise you.
Got it away to Filani, and a big completion there for Cody Hodges and the Red Raiders. First down out to the 18.
Pressure coming again. Hodges steps up. Escapes a tackle and slides out to the 40-yard line. He dukes Jeffrey Dukes. Under pressure indeed. Cody Hodges today against his number 2 ranked defensive unit in the country. Number 1, you're wondering, Virginia Tech. Pretty nice job right there by Alex Reyes. Pretty nifty catch made right there by LaRon McLean out of the backfield, and it's good enough for a first down out to the 26-yard line. Alabama's all-time leader in passing yards, completions, and touchdowns. And he's looking for the long ball here. And is it intercepted?
It's caught by Matt Tudell in traffic all the way down to the 23-yard line. And this one blocked. Slay has it. Dodges a tackle and is tripped up down to the 45-yard line, and with under a minute to go, the Red Raiders get the football, and now a flag litters the field.
Dead ball. Personal foul. Late hit, number 33 of the kicking team. First down, Texas Tech.
10 of 22, third down. Shovel pass. First catch made by Hicks, and he is laid out by Harper at the 22-yard line. Fourth down and a yard, 12 seconds to go. Tech has 2 timeouts remaining. Croyle on the keeper appears to have enough. We'll call it 37 yards by Trelika. Hit a 39-yarder for the only Tech point so far. And this one is blocked. And that's the way the first half will come to an end. The Alabama Crimson Tide defense allows 3 points in the first half to a team that averages better than 42 points per game. And the wide receiver screen to Keith Brown that went for 76 yards on their second play of the game. They'll hand it off to Kenneth Darby. And he is chopped down by Vincent Meeks at the 25. Third down, and we'll call it 2. It's going to be very, very close on the give to Tim Castile. Met right away by Ken Scott and company, but he appears to have enough. Second and 10. Screen for Darby. Salty missed him, and Slay able to trip him up after a gain of 6. Short drop, quick throw, first down to Matt Tudell at the 45.
Boy, I really like that call by Alabama. We mentioned earlier in the first half.
Miller caught it very close to the first down marker. And wrapped up by Naziruddin. It appears to be short.
This is where that rebuilt offensive line comes into play, Tom. You know, with Caldwell at center, Sanders at guard, Stabler at guard. These are the guys that's got to get this yard for Alabama's offensive team.
And Brody Coyle got it.
Play fake to Darby. And Coyle finds Brown, who hangs on to it this time. And he has a gain of 9 to the 36-yard line.
A quarterback's confidence will grow as the game rolls along because he's got his rhythm and he's secure.
Our first line down, brought to you by AT&T, and a first down carry for the freshman Jimmy Johns.
But they've got to make sure that they can come out of this thing without giving up a touchdown. Field goal's one thing, a touchdown's something else.
3-step drop, and Coyle in trouble. Had it batted down, but a flag on the field right where Coyle threw the pass.
Offside. Defense. That penalty is declined. Holding. Number 28 defense. 10-yard penalty. By rule, automatic first down. Oh, stop.
And this time, it's good. So Christensen, wait a minute, flag comes in very late.
But the old adage, don't take points off
Delay
the
of
score.
game. Defense. The penalty is declined. The field goal is good.
Okay. The second most overall yards per game at over 500. Held to just 3 points. And again, Hodges having to put it on his hip. And he has first down yardage out to the 35-yard line. Brandon Brooks back at his own 15-yard line. And And this is returnable for Brooks. And for the second time, he bobbles it. Who has the football? Brooks able to cover it up back in the second quarter. And Alabama has it again. Play fake to Darby. Boyle throws. Couple of receivers in the area, and Brown comes down with it out to the 37 in a first down.
Roughing the passer.
He's right.
Number 91 of the defense. 15-yard penalty at the end of the run. First down.
Amendola out to the 24-yard line. And the Trojans will team up with another team from the state of Texas in 2 days for the national championship. Shovel pass to Torian Henderson, and he's out to the 39-yard line, a gain of 14. Out to a first down to midfield on the connection to Robert Johnson. Let's check in with Chris Ricks. Great stuff, Chris. And of course, many remember Chris Ricks throwing a rather unorthodox style. As sacked all the way back at the 38-yard line as Hodges, D'Amico Ryans, and Mark Anderson were back there to wrap him up. Well, no more Brandon Brooks dropping back to field punts. It's going to be Madison. Brooks has already bobbled 2 punts today. And Madison bounces off a tackler. And he brings it out to the 22-yard line. Draw to Castile, and he has a first down out to the 32-yard line. Double reverse. Brown appeared to be looking to throw it. Dodges a couple of tackles, and then he took a vicious hit. Darby in motion. It's McLean this time. And still on his feet, carrying Red Raider tacklers. Darby bouncing off tacklers and carrying 3 or 4 Red Raiders for 9. Castile and McLean in the I formation. And Castile has the first down. No. And that ball into the end zone, so he can't stick it inside the 10. It'll come out to the 20. And now you're really asking a great deal from the youngster Harrell. Second and 20. Rolling the ball up in the air, and it is caught by Hicks at the 40-yard line. Tech only 3 of 11 on third down conversions today. And Harrell in trouble. And down he goes in the arms of Jawan Simpson. And again, Madison back to take the punt rather than Brooks. Booming punt. He's going to let it fall. And it will continue to roll all the way inside the 10 down to the 9-yard line. All right, now Tech will get it back. Shots, punts out of his own end zone. Low line drive punt for Amendola. He takes it across midfield. Breaks a tackle to the 45. Amendola down to the 38-yard line. Reverse to Johnson. Villani, I beg your pardon, inside the 20, down to the 15, and shoved out of bounds at the 12 on the reverse to Joel Villani. 7 senior starters on defense for Alabama. And it's down to the final 2 minutes. Hicks bounces off one tackler to the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Brandon Brooks from the 5. Out to the 25-yard line. Flags come in late.
Hicks goes ahead, knocks Madison off the tackle, and does the rest of it himself
During the kick
for the
return.
tying touchdown.
Holding.
It doesn't
Number
get
20
any bigger
of the
than that.
receiving team. 10-yard penalty. First down, Alabama.
And I think they're waiting for their own offense.
What a catch made by Matt Miller after Slay tried to slay him out of the 33. Boyle steps up, finds Brooks, who thought about cutting it up the field and wisely steps out of bounds. 57 seconds remain. Brown escapes one tackle, is shoved out of bounds at the 31-yard line. They're going to spot it. About the 45.5-yard line. The holder is Matt Miller. The snapper is Drew Lane. Christensen for yet another game-winning field goal. Can he deliver again? Ball was offline. Did it get through? It got above the crossbar. It looked like it had no chance. But Christensen has won the Cotton Bowl for Alabama. That's about as ugly as it gets. But there's nothing ugly about it for the Crimson Tide faithful. I thought it had no chance, Coach.
You know, it doesn't have to be pretty. It just has to be good. What can you say? You know, Alabama's kicking game has been a problem all year long for them, but they win the Cotton Bowl with a kick. How about that? Is that ironic or what?
And they go down the field, ironic as you talked about. They go from their own 15-yard line down to the 25 for a field goal try to win it.
Who would have thought? If somebody said to me they were going to win it with a kick like that, and win it in a 2-minute offensive drill with their offensive team, I would have said highly unlikely. But sure enough, that's why it's college football. That's why you love it.
That is a career-long 46-yard field goal for Christensen. And thus this group of fifth-year seniors, guys like Hefra and Harper and D'Amico Ryan and Brody Croyle and Anthony Madison, who lost his twin sister when she was 11. 3 sets of twins in that 12-children family. And here they've endured so much over the last 5 years. Probation, 3 head coaches, and they win their final game, their 10th win of this season.